Imagine you're standing at the crossroads of your life, and the world seems to offer everything you've ever dreamed of. Wealth, health, love. It's all within your reach. But there's something you've been overlooking, a small, yet profoundly powerful detail that could either propel you forward or keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. It's a word. Just one word, uttered unconsciously, can either unlock your potential or keep you trapped in a reality far from the one you truly desire. Before you read further, ask yourself, are you ready to get rich? I don't just mean money, but rich in every aspect of life. Wealth, yes, but also abundant health, thriving relationships, and inner peace. If you're ready to transform, let's explore the science behind the words we speak and how they directly shape the world we experience. To understand the full scope of the impact of words, we first need to acknowledge something fundamental. Everything around us, our thoughts, our emotions, our experiences, is a creation. Creation is not something distant or detached from us. It is not just confined to grand events or monumental shifts. It is happening all around us, at every moment, in the smallest of details. From the sunrise that greets us each day to the words we choose to speak, creation is the driving force behind every aspect of our reality. And perhaps most importantly, the more aware we become of this process, the more control we can exercise over it. Creation is the act of bringing something into existence that did not exist before. It's the invisible force that shapes the fabric of our lives. But what's truly remarkable is that creation isn't a distant, singular event. It is ongoing, happening in real time. Every thought you have, every feeling you experience, and every action you take is part of this continuous creation. And often, we are so caught up in the flow of life that we fail to realize that we are both the architects and the builders of our own reality. This understanding transforms how we approach the idea of creation. It shifts the perspective from something that we might only think of as distant or isolated to something that is a constant, living process. Every moment is an opportunity to create anew, to reshape the future with the power of our minds and the energy of our words. When we think about creation, especially in the context of wealth or success, we typically think about actions. We believe that if we follow the right steps, if we adhere to the right strategies, or if we climb the right steps on the ladder of success, we will eventually achieve our goals. But what if the key to creating the life we desire is not just about taking action? What if, beyond action, there is a deeper layer, an energy behind those actions that truly determines our outcomes? That energy, as you may have guessed, is largely shaped by the words we speak and the thoughts we think. It's common to hear phrases like, words have power, but what does this really mean? Words are not just random sounds strung together. They carry frequencies, they hold vibrations that affect our bodies, our minds, and even the world around us. These vibrations are the energy that influences our state of being. In fact, everything we experience, every outcome we achieve, is shaped by these vibrations. The words you speak carry the energy of your intentions. If you speak words of limitation, such as, I can't do that, or, I'm not good enough, your brain immediately begins to process and internalize those statements. Your subconscious mind, which operates mostly outside of your conscious awareness, takes these words as commands. It then begins to wire your neural networks to reinforce the belief that these statements are true. This is where the power of words becomes apparent. When you declare something negative or limiting, such as, I'll never be successful, your body responds as though the threat is real. You may feel a physical tightening in your chest, a slump in your posture, or a sense of hopelessness. Your brain releases chemicals that correspond to these feelings of lack or limitation. Your energy lowers and your mindset tightens. Your body enters a state of stress, and your possibilities begin to shrink. In essence, you've just given your body and mind a command to reinforce the negative reality you're imagining. But the reverse is equally powerful. When you change the language you use, when you consciously choose words that reflect empowerment, abundance, and possibility, a profound shift occurs. This is not just positive thinking. It's a rewiring of your neural pathways, a recalibration of your subconscious mind to align with your true potential. Imagine saying, I can do this, or I am worthy of success. Even as you say these words, you will notice a subtle shift in your body. Your posture may straighten, your heart rate may stabilize, and your mindset will begin to expand. You are reprogramming your brain, creating new neural pathways that align with new, more empowering beliefs. The power of words goes beyond just positive thinking. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, plays a critical role in how words shape our experiences. Every time you think a thought, say a word, or act on an intention, your brain is firing and wiring electrical signals that form new neural connections. Over time, these neural connections build habits and mindsets. Repeated thoughts and words that are aligned with success, abundance, and possibility can create neural pathways that make these ideas feel more real and achievable. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you exercise it with positive, empowering words, the stronger and more natural it becomes to embody those thoughts. When you speak with intention, when you choose words that are in harmony with your desires, you start to align your mind with your goals. This alignment has a direct impact on your actions, your emotional state, and your reality. Research in cognitive science also supports the notion that our words are intimately connected to our physical and mental states. Studies have shown that language affects the regions of the brain responsible for emotional processing, decision-making, and behavior. For instance, the use of positive language has been linked to the activation of the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with higher-level thinking, creativity, and goal-setting. Conversely, negative language can activate the amygdala, the brain's fear center, which governs our stress responses and limiting behaviors. This means that when you speak words that reinforce fear, doubt, or limitation, you are actively engaging the areas of your brain that hold you back. On the other hand, when you speak words that reflect possibility, success, and confidence, you are engaging the areas of the brain that support growth, opportunity, and fulfillment. The most powerful way to create a new reality is by shifting the language you use on a daily basis. The words you choose set the tone for the energy you carry throughout your day. They determine the vibration you emit, and in turn, they influence the people and circumstances that align with you. Start by paying attention to the words you speak to yourself. What do you say when you face a challenge? Do you say, "This is impossible," or do you say, "I'm capable of finding a solution"? Notice how these words make you feel. When you speak in ways that empower you, your body feels energized, your thoughts are clear, and you are open to possibilities. But when you speak words of limitation, you may feel defeated, anxious, or disconnected from your true potential. To make lasting change, begin by consciously replacing negative language with empowering language. Instead of saying, "I can't do that," say, "I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm learning." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am more than enough, and I'm constantly growing." These shifts in language may seem small, but their impact is profound. As you consistently speak empowering words, you start to create a new reality for yourself, one that is aligned with your dreams, your potential, and your true self. Repetition is a key factor in rewiring your brain. When you repeat empowering words, thoughts, and actions, your brain begins to solidify these new neural pathways. Over time, these pathways become ingrained in your subconscious mind, and they begin to shape the way you experience the world. The more you speak in alignment with abundance, success, and possibility, the more naturally these thoughts and behaviors become. Repetition creates habit, and habit shapes identity. The more you repeat empowering language, the more you start to believe in it. And when you believe it, your actions will follow suit. When you act in alignment with your words, you will begin to see the world shift to reflect this new reality. Opportunities will begin to appear where there once seemed to be none. People will respond to you differently. Your energy will attract the success and abundance you desire. This process takes time, but it is absolutely transformative. Start by incorporating these shifts into your daily routine. Speak positively to yourself. Speak empowering words into your environment. Speak words of possibility, love, and gratitude. And over time, you will begin to notice the power of these words manifesting in your life. Finally, words are not just a tool for changing the present moment. They are a bridge to the future. When you speak words of success and abundance, You are essentially planting seeds for your future reality. These words act as a blueprint for the life you want to create. The more you speak words that align with your goals, the more you begin to manifest them in the world. Your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. And at the heart of it all are the words you speak. These words are the foundation upon which you build your future. Speak them wisely. Speak them with intention. And watch as your reality begins to shift in response. Words are incredibly powerful. They shape our thoughts, our actions, and ultimately, our reality. But not all words are created equal. Some words hold the key to unlocking your success, while others subtly sabotage your potential. One such word that holds immense power, yet is often used without thought or consideration, is the word try. If you've ever used the word try in relation to your goals, dreams, or ambitions, you might be inadvertently putting up barriers to success. The word try seems innocent enough on the surface, but it's laden with hidden implications that can hinder your progress. To truly understand why this word is so dangerous, we must dive deeper into its meaning, its impact on our minds, and the ways in which it influences our actions. At first glance, the word try may seem harmless. After all, when we say we will try to do something, we are expressing our intention to take action. However, what is often hidden behind the word try is a deep-seated sense of doubt, hesitation, and uncertainty. Consider this. When you say, "I'll try to get rich," what does that actually imply? By using the word try, you're acknowledging that success is not certain. You're setting up the possibility for failure, because the word itself carries an implicit message that you are not fully committed to your goal. There's no sense of certainty in trying. It's a word that suggests effort without guarantee, action without full engagement, and intention without resolve. When you say, "I'll try," you are postponing your success. You are pushing it into a nebulous future that never quite arrives. The universe, which operates on the energy you send out, picks up on this uncertainty. It responds accordingly. The energy of trying tells the universe that you're not fully sure, that you're still testing the waters. And so, the universe meets you in that space of uncertainty. Think about it. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'll try to get rich"? How does that statement feel? It's vague. It leaves room for failure because the word try inherently carries the potential for things not to work out. Contrast that with a more definite statement, "I will get rich." How does that feel? There's a sense of clarity, of decisiveness, of confidence. When you declare your intentions with certainty, the universe mirrors that back to you. And this is not just some woo-woo idea. It's rooted in the way our brains operate and how the energy we put out affects the outcomes we experience. When it comes to manifesting success, certainty is the key ingredient. Certainty is what activates the full force of the law of attraction and the power of focused intention. When you replace try with more definitive, affirmative language, such as "I will," "I am," or "I have," you are shifting your energy from one of uncertainty to one of conviction. Certainty is magnetic. Think about people in your life who exude confidence and certainty. They don't waver or hesitate, they simply act. And because of their certainty, they attract opportunities, resources, and success into their lives with ease. Certainty is a vibrational frequency that aligns with the abundant energy of the universe. When you speak with certainty, you create a magnetic force that draws wealth, health, and success toward you. Certainty in your words fuels the certainty in your actions. When you speak as though your goals are already a done deal, you begin to act accordingly. You start to take the necessary steps to achieve those goals because you are no longer bogged down by doubt or hesitation. You're moving forward with clarity and purpose, which is the exact energy needed to manifest your desires. Words are not just mere sounds. They are vibrations that carry energy, and they have a profound impact on our brains and bodies. The way we speak and think shapes the neural pathways in our brains, which in turn influences our behaviors, attitudes, and outcomes. This process is known as neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections based on our experiences and thoughts. Every time you use the word try, you are reinforcing a neural pathway that aligns with uncertainty, indecision, and lack of commitment. Over time, This can become a deeply ingrained habit, and your brain becomes wired to respond to challenges with hesitation and doubt. The more you use words like try, the more your brain internalizes the idea that success is not a sure thing. You're essentially creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that keeps you stuck in a cycle of doubt. But here's the exciting part. You have the power to rewire your brain. By simply changing the words you use, you can change the neural connections in your brain and create new, empowering pathways that align with success. When you replace try with more powerful words, like will, can, or I am, you activate the brain's reward system. Positive, success-oriented words trigger the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which promote feelings of motivation, happiness, and confidence. This biochemical shift primes your brain and body for action, helping you stay focused on your goals and pushing through obstacles with ease. Research has shown that the words we use can even alter our brain structure. For example, studies have demonstrated that positive affirmations and self-talk can lead to the strengthening of the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and goal setting. This means that by speaking with certainty, you are not just changing your mindset, you are literally changing the way your brain works. The first step to breaking free from the trap of trying is becoming aware of the word's presence in your vocabulary. Pay close attention to the moments when you say, "I'll try." Is it in relation to your financial goals, your health, your relationships? Recognize how often you use this word and how it may be subtly holding you back. Once you've identified where you're using the word try, the next step is to replace it with more affirmative, empowering language. Instead of saying, "I'll try to get rich," say, "I will get rich." Instead of, "I'll try to lose weight," say, "I am getting healthier every day." The act of switching your language from try to more definite terms activates a sense of commitment and action in your brain. You are no longer leaving room for doubt or failure. You are speaking as though success is inevitable. When you say, "I will," or "I am," you're sending a powerful signal to your subconscious mind that your goals are not optional. They are non-negotiable. And that level of commitment shifts your energy from one of uncertainty to one of confidence. This change in energy influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions, propelling you forward toward your desired outcomes. The power of language is not just theoretical, it's practical and actionable. Here are some simple steps you can take today to start eliminating try from your vocabulary and replacing it with more empowering language. Become aware. Start by noticing when you use the word try. Is it in relation to your goals, your dreams, your ambitions? Awareness is the first step in changing any behavior. Pay attention to the words you speak and the energy behind them. Reframe your statements. Whenever you catch yourself saying, "I'll try," immediately replace it with a more definitive phrase. Instead of saying, "I'll try to improve my finances," say, "I am improving my finances." Instead of, "I'll try to grow my business," say, "I will grow my business." The more you practice this, the more natural it will become. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reinforce your new mindset. For example, "I am worthy of wealth," or "I will achieve my goals." These affirmations not only help to shift your mindset but also strengthen the neural pathways in your brain that support your success. Take action. Words alone won't create change. You must pair your affirmations with action. Speak with confidence, and then back up your words with decisive actions that align with your goals. The combination of certainty in your language and action in your behavior will set the stage for success. The mind-body connection plays a pivotal role in manifesting change, especially when it comes to breaking free from the body's attachment to old patterns. The body craves the familiar, often pulling us back into old habits and routines. This is particularly evident when you start meditating or trying to adopt new behaviors. You may feel the urge to check your phone or get up, signaling the body's resistance to change. The body has a memory, not just in terms of intellect, but in emotions and physiology as well. It's conditioned to repeat old patterns that once felt safe, and breaking free from these habits requires reprogramming both the body and mind. This resistance is linked to neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. Every time you engage in a behavior, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with it. So, when you try to change, the body's ingrained responses can feel overwhelming. However, the solution is to introduce new behaviors, affirmations, and mindsets that align with the person you want to become. The body's cravings for old patterns are biological. The brain forms neural pathways based on repeated thoughts and behaviors, creating a default mode of operation. Even when you consciously want to change, whether it's adopting healthier habits or creating wealth, the body can send signals that pull you back into the past. This is where mindfulness and affirmations become crucial tools. They help interrupt the body's automatic responses and guide you toward new, supportive behaviors. For instance, when the body protests during meditation, you can affirm, "I am comfortable with change," signaling to both mind and body that you are moving beyond the old self. Over time, consistent practice can help rewire your body's reactions, making new habits feel more natural and less uncomfortable. Affirmations are powerful tools for creating new neural pathways. When you repeat phrases like, "I am confident," or "I am worthy of abundance," you begin shifting your body's response to discomfort and change. These words gradually replace old thought patterns, and with enough repetition, the new beliefs will take hold. Initially, this might feel challenging, but persistence is key. As you continue to affirm your new reality, the body will start to align with this shift, craving the new, empowered version of yourself. Now, let's consider the powerful connection between thoughts, emotions, and the heart. While thoughts influence our experience, it's when thoughts are coupled with emotion, especially love, that the transformation accelerates. Love is more than an emotion. It's a high-frequency state of being that can change both your mental and physical state. When you align your thoughts with love, your body responds in harmony, creating a state of well-being that attracts abundance and success. Focusing on your heart during meditation amplifies this energy. This isn't just abstract. Physiologically, your body releases neurochemicals like oxytocin and nitric oxide, which promote relaxation, better circulation, and stress reduction. These chemicals help your body become more receptive to the changes you want to manifest. Heart-centered manifestation involves using the energy of love to align with your desires. When you place your attention on your heart, you connect to a deep source of energy that flows into your creations. This energy is magnetic, attracting opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your goals. As you practice this, the cravings for the old self, those automatic behaviors and thoughts, begin to fade, and you naturally start to manifest the life you desire with ease and grace.